Robinson. They call me Jay.
This is Michael Jeffrey. They call me Mike Jeff.
This is Logan Barnes, and they call me Pounds.
This is Vince Smith, and they call me Vinny.
And this is The Last Dab. All right, and here we are back with The Last Dab podcast.
Ooh, it feels good to be back in here.
Wait, hold on. It sounds like someone's here a little more in person.
It definitely, it's a lot more surreal.
Jared, welcome back, man. I'm glad you're fucking here now.
Bro, that clap.
That slate?
Could you just do that again for me real fast?
Yeah,
Because it sounded so good.
Yeah. I learned how to do it with one hand, too.
Oh, shit.
Hit me. Oh,
Satisfying,
Nice,
bro.
isn't it? And it shows, what episode it is, etc. But don't get me confused, because I got to line up with the first one.
oh shit.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure that last fight night we did like 3.
Bro, we did like 8 slides. I swear to God, I was like, oh fuck. Oh shit. So unfortunately today we don't have Mike in the building. Shout out Mike.
He had some things going on, and he had to handle.
Yeah, business, life.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're a podcast. We're not a fucking band. We're not gonna break apart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm the leader, though.
Hold on. Can someone pass me a light? Matter of fact, Trey, our guest today,
Yes, sir.
pass me that good old. Oh, he handed me that monkey. Flick my big. That goddamn monkey banana.
I've seen that one too, bro. That shit's
one's
funny as
you
fuck.
see that one at the gas station.
Yup, that's a newer one.
Today we have a good friend of ours, Trey. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, let us know why you're here.
Yeah, my name is Trey. My real name is James, actually, but I go by Trey. Most of my friends call me Trey. And my artist name is IndyKid. I've been making music for about 3.5 years now. I would say mainly the last 6 months to the last year is when I actually started to just fully dive into it and really start to work on my sound. And I feel like the last few months is when I've actually fully centered in on it.
Okay. Would you say found your sound?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I first started, it was kind of I have all sorts of different inspirations for music, but it was mainly at first just more boom bappy rap type stuff. And a lot of my old songs, they have their place, I can hear the potential starting to build up. But I feel over the last few months, my style has definitely changed a little bit.
When you say boom bap, are you talking kind of that old school, drum snare normal?
Yeah, I used to use J Dilla type beats and stuff like that,
Okay.
that type of wave. Because I don't know, Logic was one of the first artists I really got into, and
all of them right up top left.
Yup, hey, that's fucking hard. I've never seen that before.
Take a good look while you talk.
I've seen a bunch of cool shit on there.
Sauce in the sauce,
He
though.
could. So you said Logic was a good inspiration?
I love Logic.
Yeah, his first full album, Under Pressure, that was
I was just playing it the other day. I was like, man, for everyone, sorry to interrupt you, but every song back to back to back, it fucking hits.
Exactly that
Had that
full
pressure.
album, bro. It actually
Early one too, 2014, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Good year.
I it's cool to admit that there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? You have to start off, that's just the very first thing. And even if it's a shallow step, even if it's a large step, either way, you gotta, start off. And it's cool to see your growth along the way. Cause that's the journey. We gotta get those XP points. It's just a video game out here. Except this is the real fucking, this is life. So.
And you just said it out loud, admitted it. A lot of people like to, I don't really know. Here, I got an ashtray over here. I'm going to put it a little more over here in the middle. A lot of people want to forget where they came from or kind of just, act like they just came from, the top or they didn't go through these certain, scenarios. And, people, they really do. They fucking go through shit and it sucks, but you have to just, you have to deal with it.
It's growing pains.
Pains.
Because... it is.
Just like the Logic song, bro. I mean, it's just a lot of people that make music, honestly, it's almost like they're scared to acknowledge their own faults or just because I have a buddy
Insecurities, maybe?
Yeah, and like when you first start recording, especially if you are like, I mean, I wanted to do music my entire life, so I've always wrote, I've always freestyled, done stuff, but like,
Yeah.
you know, I have a buddy that like, he's been interested in music forever, but he's never really like been like that, like freestyling all the time or whatever, and like he gets so discouraged, like anytime he tries to hop on the mic,
That
I'm just
doubt,
like,
that self-doubt.
it's like, bro, you want to hear like some of my first songs? Like,
Yeah.
I'll
No
quickly
doubt.
make sure to let you know you're not alone, man. Like, but there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, it's just part of, you know, finding your sound. And
Transgression.
I always liked writing, and I just now started sending you guys my shit because I was never like.
You've
I
been
don't
sending
know.
us some
Wait,
really good shit,
I never
bro.
thought that.
How do you feel like you started out writing? Like, as in, are you talking about like just you like writing, like in literature, anyways, and
Yeah,
just
I
to
like
write?
poetry a
bro.
lot. Yeah, like
Poetry.
getting stuff to rhyme and mean something.
Yes.
That I think it's cool.
So now you're pushing your limits a little bit and trying to form it into this.
I
Pretty
mean,
much.
you send us poetry like 100% because
definitely.
you're not writing it to a beat, right?
I have a beat playing in my head, but it's not along with it. It helps me.
You have a beat playing in
It
your
helps me
head,
keep,
as in, well, it keeps your tempo.
Yes,
like in your
in my-
headphones.
yes.
Okay, I got you.
It doesn't go along with the beat, but it helps me.
But you're,
like,
you're not literally
it
writing.
keeps my brain going,
You're just
I guess.
keeping that beats per minute. You're keeping that tempo. So Trey, you said your real name's James. What's your last name?
Combs.
Combs or
Yeah.
Combs?
Combs, COMBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. So Indy, like I've stated in a couple previous episodes, and like everyone knows, Independent 47 is my business. Where did Indy come from?
I think originally, like, my idea behind it was, it's kind of similar to your idea for the business, but like, you know, there's been artists to come out of Indiana, obviously, like plenty of people, but like when it comes to like,
Mark Battles.
Freddie Gibbs.
Well,
Yeah.
he's Gary.
yeah, that's right, actually, yeah.
Freddie's Gary.
But well,
I'm talking straight Indianapolis.
Okay, you talking about Nap
Indy.
Town.
When I say
Okay.
Indy, yeah, I'm talking Naptown, Indianapolis.
well, shit, we all over the place though. Shit.
I mean, we are, but like, yeah, like Mark Battles, and I think there's a couple more that you would consider like, super popular.
Yeah.
So keep going with what you're saying.
Did your phone just go off, dude?
Yeah, I know. It's my medicine. I'm epileptic. I fucking forget.
Yeah, I don't know, like there's definitely been people to come out of here for music, but it's still not, like Indiana still isn't viewed as like a city where a lot of people come out of, and not even just that, but like I would say like the newer like wave of music, or like, you know, even like younger artists, like there's not really a bunch of names like you can point to and be like, oh yeah, like he's from Indy, like
He's
that's
from
our guy, you know?
Indianapolis. Yeah, no, not all. But other cities can say, bro, that's our guy.
Exactly.
You know, New York,
Yeah.
Chicago, Atlanta,
Dude, all
bro,
over
Cali, every
everybody,
Cali,
yeah, everybody,
every Cali fucking city.
Bro, every place like has that guy who is
Really?
the best. Like you go to the South, you know,
yeah,
you know what I
Atlanta.
mean? It's
R.I.P.
but it's-
Young Dolph.
And it's not to
Yeah.
say like anyone's
Memphis.
is number one, because it's all like all the art. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like I've never. It's hard for me to pick a favorite just because it's like, so I'm appreciative. You mentioned that you had a lot of inspirations, and I think that's a good thing that we get in the Midwest is you know, we're in the center of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And like on top of that, like I don't know, there's a lot of cool like artists from indie right now that like I listen to even, and it's like I don't know, that was kind of my thought process originally when I came up with the name. And it's kind of funny because I've been thinking about like, oh, like maybe I should take the kid out. I'm 20 now, you know, but like we'll get to that at some point, bro.
I mean, you know what? I mean, I like IndyKid. Like, I mean, it's like originated from
Yeah, I
indie.
like
You know
it.
what I mean? Like, I think you could keep. I'm an IndyKid, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's something no one's gonna be able to change.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it too.
I wanted to say too. It kind of reminds me. I don't know if you ever watched old school like WWE 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
like the kind of underdog dude, and then like he ended up being a big name, like pinning Razor Ramon. It's just. That's kind of.
I'm a big wrestling dude.
Oh,
I'm
are
not
you?
gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
We might have to get into that later. Then, like,
We can talk some wrestling, bro. That's a rare thing, honestly.
right? Yeah. I feel like we bring it up every once in a while on here, though, or maybe
Yeah.
I do. Might be my fault.
Yeah, I remember bringing up. I think it was DX maybe one time. I can't remember.
So I was gonna ask you another question.
Bat ski.
Where's it at? Okay. your recording process, kind of, and I have some kind of sub questions to that. Maybe I'll ask you when they come up, but vaguely, broadly, kind of break down how you like to go about it. Vibe, people, all of that.
Bet. So when I first started recording, it was actually with, I have to make sure to tell this story on here, but my buddy Javen, we actually fought each other in high school because I was talking shit to his girlfriend and like, you know, he stood up for her, right? So like we got in a scrap, but we had mutual friends and like I always kind of knew, like I never really disliked him, you know, because I always could tell he's like me. So like it sucked when it happened too, but like we eventually ended up linking up, you know, with some of our other friends, and we eventually started talking about music, and you know, he told me he had FL and he told me he had a mic and all that. So whenever I started going over there and like started,
so you first started getting on it with someone else and it was FL Studio?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm still using FL Studio right now,
was-
actually. Yeah.
Someone who you were scrapping with, you know what I mean? So you made a positive out of a negative
Exactly.
situation.
I mean, I've had a lot of homies where we've gotten into some fights later on. I wouldn't say, was that starting out? That's kind of like what started the friendship?
Well, it was,
He's like, you know what? I fuck with you.
yeah, well, it was, we fought in freshman year of high school, right?
Yeah.
And then I think it was like junior year, because we all went out to B-dubs for the Conor Habib fight, right? And it was
Shout out.
Bro, it was like 15 of us, dude, and we were all sitting in a
Shout
line of
out.
chairs outside. That shit was fire. But I sat next to him, ironically enough, and like we just started talking. And yeah, dude, like,
it's good that didn't turn into a fight. Sometimes when fights get heated, you guys were rooting for the same
when
guy.
a fight's there, you might, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The fight's being taken care of. You're going to keep your fight aside and it might get
Oh my gosh,
handled.
Khabib jumped the cage.
Yeah.
Everybody, now they're all fighting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's
You
just,
look over and you're like, you know what? We're cool.
bro just looks at me. Yeah, that reminds me when I socked you in the fucking nose.
you did.
That looks similar to my punch.
So you guys squashed the beef, the smish, and started using FL Studio. And you said you still use FL Studio today. Do you use? Because to me, FL Studio is better for MIDI and making music
Beats? Yeah, I've
production.
noticed
For me, because I'm a Pro Tools guy. Do you use a subscription-based FL, or you use just the regular free one?
Well, the funny thing is, I don't know which version he has of FL. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the full version, right?
Yeah.
But he stopped recording because he had a kid. And he basically told me, like, I want you to have, my
That's
account
nice of him.
because
Cool.
he wants it to be in use.
I actually know
That's
someone who did that to someone else, bro.
I mean, that's a
fucking
bit,
dope.
yeah, that shit's not fucking cheap, bro. So, like, that was nice of him.
Dope.
Because I even told him, I was like, I can buy it, you know? He was like, nah, like, if I'm not recording, I want it to be in
So
use.
he just like basically gave you the codes and shit, so then you just use it on your like laptop type deal.
Yep,
How long ago was this?
So, when he quit music or when I
Or
started?
just that situation, this scenario right here?
So we started recording about 3 years ago, and then I think it was about like a year and a half ago when he had to stop. And we made like a bunch of songs together. Like it was usually like 1 or 2 days a week back then. But
I kind of feel like I remember, because 3 years ago would have been about 2020, 2019, right? Because I was rocking with Dilemmas, shout out D. I was going to his shows at at the Emerson.
Oh yeah.
And I remember you dropping music with someone a lot.
yeah, that was probably him. Yep.
What was his name at the time? Like the rap name?
J Cubicle.
Yeah. I remember because I always saw the cube. Okay.
Yeah.
So is he done, or is he thinking about maybe coming back? Because having a kid's hard. I mean, I have a kid. I had to realize I couldn't just jump right into music. That's why I took college. I waited fucking 5 years. You know what I mean? And I did what I did. So like,
Waited till you were ready.
I had to get ready. Yeah.
Do you have any children?
Oh no.
Thankfully, you just know the struggle. Same for me.
Well, yeah, because when you told me, like, obviously, like, you never want to hear that, like, you're not going to be recording with your homie anymore. But like, I was immediately like, yeah, dude, like that's because he has his priorities straight. At the end of the day, like,
A kid is more important.
100%, dude.
And so this is the time whenever you started finding your frequency, like you were talking about, like you said, just like about a year and a half ago, you start really getting in tune with that shit. Like, so.
Yeah, well, because whenever I'd record with him too, like his main thing was producing, because like that's how he started off, right? He's actually started off trying to make beats too. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. That's what people don't understand. Music production, audio engineering, recording, tracking. When people say tracking, that's recording vocals. Mm-hmm. I'm an audio engineer and a music producer, but I'll admit right now, my music production is not as good as my audio engineer. That's why I do the audio for here. What would you say?
I mean, all I can say about like mixing and producing all of that shit is hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, especially like if you really look at like newer style of music, like the more like wavy, like melodic stuff, like I fuck with that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but the production level on those songs like does so much for those.
That's the whole reason why.
Exactly.
And it's because of the plugins they use. It's because of the harmonics of the instruments. So like instead of just having one piano and the guitar and the drums, you're having like 8 fucking different synth sounds, and you're having like a bunch of different added little. It's called ear candy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Adding those little chimes,
Offbeat
drums,
stuff,
snaps,
yeah.
all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Literally. So when you said about 3 years ago, you got he gifted you kind of like, because you guys were so tight. That was 3 years ago. What do you think since then has happened with that FL account and with what you've done with yourself?
Yeah. So basically, like, I mean, obviously with us not recording anymore, I pretty much had to start learning that production shit on my own a little bit, you know? And like I said, that shit is pretty hard to, learn, and especially to master. I've definitely not mastered that shit yet.
People don't understand that mastering is completely different from mixing.
Yeah.
So when you say producing, you're talking about recording yourself.
Yeah, like
So
most of...
producing is making the beats. Producing is producing is making the beats. Mixing and audio engineering, that's the vocal side. And that side's tough. It is, because I can mix a song really, really well. Our song, for example. Our song, Wetter Weather, was great, bro.
Right.
But I paid for that master. I used a different website.
Yeah.
That's why it slaps, bro.
Right.
Because when I can mix a song, that's what I went to that's what I got a degree for, is mixing. I can mix super well, but mastering is a whole. You don't master the way you mix. You have different equipment. It is different. It is different. It's
100%, dude. And I'm gonna be honest, like, mainly like with most of my songs now, right? Like I usually do a good vocal mix for it, at least the best I can, right? And then sometimes I'll add a few other little things like on the master track and stuff like that. But a lot of my songs really don't have much of that like added, sauce, if you will, right?
So you'll have your session, you'll have your tracks, and then you'll have your master track at the end. And you make sure obviously the levels are right and stuff.
Yeah.
So when you say you add on the master track, what do you add? Maybe like a certain like equalizer or...
Yeah, one of the effects I've been using recently is I think it's the soft clipper for the master. Mainly just like it depends on like every beat's different, right? That like you'll
sounds
get
like
or download.
compression.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Make
it's
sure
a
it
little
doesn't
bit.
clip.
Because it has that effect has like it's just 2 knobs, right? And it's like the threshold and the like post gain.
That's all you
and
need.
Exactly. You just turn that threshold down a little bit.
The
and it makes a
threshold is
world of difference,
basically
dude.
the threshold is like that level you set for the compression to hit, and then once there is compression, you do have to add gain, because think about it, you just took away some volume.
Right.
You add that gain for it to match that. But when you mix a song, you got to leave headroom, and usually you leave about -6 decibels to 10, -6 to -10 decibels for a master. So when you send your mix, you're making it quieter for a reason. I send it to Vince quieter for a reason, because when I send it to you, what you uploaded to Anchor, like strictly the file.
No, I have to add it in Audacity, and then
But in Audacity, you can add stuff too.
Yeah, so I have to add gain to it.
You
just
add
to make
gain
sure.
because it's quieter. You have to make sure the volume is right for what you're listening to.
I listen to it on those, and then the headphones, and then just multiple things just to make sure the volume, like high and medium and low, sound correct.
Exactly.
Every type of test,
Each
bro.
one you have to.
Because like sometimes I'll fuck up and I'll make the high too high, and it's like, God, it hurt your ears. You know what I mean?
So when you worked with what was his name again?
Javen.
I'm so sorry, Javen.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that name, Javen.
It is unique.
Javen
different.
is. Like a javelin.
Did you say it's unique? What'd you say?
Unique.
This is kind of unique.
I thought you
yeah.
said it's Javen. I thought you like combined it.
Only Javen I know. Shit.
Yeah, Javelin.
With your guys' workflow, like, do you prefer by yourself? Because you had to learn by yourself. Did you prefer having someone with you, workflow wise?
I think honestly, for me, it depends on the type of vibe I'm going for that night. Because I mean, some of the songs like I'll even play today, like I make a lot of sad shit. I'm not gonna lie, right? But like if I'm trying to do something more upbeat or even just like, I don't know, especially if I'm doing like a more like rappy song, like Javen, like his biggest inspiration is Eminem, right? So like that was his style. Like he would just go for those fast bars and like that really fast flow and tempo, right? So like if I was trying to do more like rappy stuff and trying to spit more, like he'd be the person I'd want to be around. But like it just like, especially if I'm in like one of those like, I'm gonna make some dark shit tonight type of vibes. Like I like to be alone for that sometimes, but like I do have like mainly my roommate, like he's in there pretty much every time I record.
Does he hop on like the laptop and like basically track, like help you record?
He doesn't, nah. He literally like he has his chair, he just sits
the
there and
vibe.
vibes.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
sometimes
hangs out,
you,
yeah.
sometimes you need, like, cause think about like editing, bro. Like if I come over here and we edit together, like it's better that way.
Yeah.
When we write, it's better that
or
way.
just freestyle and shit.
Yeah,
like,
freestyle. Yeah.
And he's trying to get involved, so for him, like just soaking it in and like seeing me do what I do, like
That's
it
the
helps
best
him
way
a
to
lot.
learn.
Yeah, it's cool. He's even on a song I'll play today too. He did a little verse on there. He's trying to get involved.
Hell yeah.
I got faith, bro.
So with you said it was pretty much you like learning the FL and do you feel like even all the terminology just looking like it was just you exploring that's where it, or did you have to kind of, was it like a kind of get some YouTube in or something? Because myself, like I have a hard time like I don't know. Yeah, I definitely would have to play hands on a lot, but
Well, yeah, because I mean, I'm ADD as a mofo, right? So like, whenever I like did, because it took me a minute, because there was a span of time after he had stopped recording, right, where I had recorded every so often, but it wasn't as frequent. Like I started to kind of dip out a little bit, but once I started like getting back in and finding my groove again, like
Muscle memory.
yeah, and it also like with the mixing stuff, it just started off as like
When you
trying
mix,
shit.
yeah, when you mix and you try shit, you realize why. You use the equalizer, so you use a one band equalizer, and it takes out the high frequencies. You realize, oh, now your voice is all muffled.
Yep.
And then now you go back and it's normal. I use a high, and now it sounds like a telephone.
Yeah, it's all about like, I mean, whenever I did start like doing the mixing stuff, like I was just trying out different stuff and like trying to learn the effects just hands on, but like definitely got a couple YouTube videos in here and there as well. But it is like, I don't know, like in a lot of situations, like if like, let's say like you're trying to explain to me some of the stuff you know about audio engineering, right?
Yeah.
And you're just sitting here face to face, like explaining it. Half the time, like I'm going to be trying to listen the full time, right? And I will be, but like sometimes my head trails off, right? And I'll forget certain
I'm the
stuff.
same way.
And that's why
sucks,
that's why I spent 17 grand and spent a whole year doing that.
That's
And
commitment, bro.
I was writing notes. I have 3 full notebooks of notes, and I would tell the teacher, "Give me the PowerPoint before we start."
See,
because
guidance
I
is
can't
good.
yeah, and I need a
Guidance is
person.
good.
I can, and you
So
I,
it's
I could
impressive.
teach
Yeah,
you.
it's props to be able to explore and look into it.
And you kind of taught yourself, bro.
Kinda
YouTube
just gotta
videos
face
are
it,
one thing, but
you know?
you did teach yourself, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, without a doubt, like I'm still learning every day, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
Hell
I
yeah.
would say every single song I have right now, like whether it's my own nitpicks or like, I mean, you do this shit, so you'll hear certain stuff, right? I'm still not polished yet, right? But it's all about like, I mean, if I was to look back to like songs even 6 months ago, I can't listen to them, bruh, because it's like the difference in the mix, like
You
even for now,
realized.
is really fucking like you can tell immediately.
I mean, bro, I'll even admit, every now, once again, I'll hear a song like that's like, you know what I mean? I'm talking like completely like, 100% labeled type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just throw out a name. Like, I'm not using him as a reference, like Future, like that level.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear something wrong with it.
Yeah.
One little thing. Because think about it. They're doing it at a huge level. they might have forgot and missed that one fucking part. You know what I mean? But with you mentioning how it's hard to go back and listen to your old shit, I definitely hear that too, because it's like, I mean, bro, you know more now. So it's like, man, it's like you're going back and you're putting yourself through that like feeling like, fuck.
Well, tell me if you agree with this too. Like, because I genuinely feel like after, you know, the amount of time I've spent mixing and like doing stuff with my own songs already, it's like that shit fucks up your brain, dude.
There is
like
no
if you
perfect.
sit there for hours and do it,
There
bro,
is no
like
perfect,
you're just
bro.
gonna start hearing shit.
Yeah, no.
Because I remember like at least a few times I'd be like, I'd point out this one part of a song I just didn't like because it sounded off or whatever. And my friend's like, I don't hear anything.
They're like, bro, I think it's
sounds
fine.
okay, yeah.
And then it's like, here, I won't point it out. Tell me what you think.
Yeah.
And then maybe they see a different part, and you're like, fuck. It's like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, that sucks even more.
As a mixer, now as a mixing engineer, and that's why there's mastering engineer, bro. Mixing engineer, there is no perfect. There isn't. It is as good. It's like 99%, and that 1% is a mastering engineer, and that's why they're there. You know what I mean? They master it.
Polish
They
everything.
literally master it.
Yeah, and honestly, like for someone like me or like, you know, my friend that was supposed to be here too, like anyone that makes music that is still like at the beginner stage, I guess, right? Like it's important, like if you're trying to do mixing and like you're trying your best and you do what you do to your songs, right? Like it's important to just, you know, give yourself a break and just release it anyways. Like at least most of it, right? Yeah. Because I mean, if you go back to any artist, dude, you listen to their first few songs, you'll hear shit in there, dude. And it's not their fault, bro. It's just part of the process.
Right.
So it's like,
And as well with that, like there's like rappers who are like straight up in a jail cell rapping over the phone, and that shit's still hard.
Bro,
you know
there
what I
are
mean?
rappers
Like,
out there that suck balls. Let's just be fucking serious, bro. Some fucking
for
songs
starters,
out
I mean,
there.
like, and they're just saying like, you
That's
know,
true,
like,
bro.
No, it's only because they're on the team. They're on the fucking, you know, they're on the wave. Bro. And that's why I'm making this website. And I'll say it again, Independent 47. It is for people like us, bro. Me and you, bro. You know, and I love that you're IndyKid. Like, dog, we are making stuff, and people out there like it.
Yeah.
And that's the world. That is the world. And I will always say that. People need a platform to find that. But they're overran by, okay, great. Yeah, that 32-track album has 3 good songs. But fucking 12 of them sound like you're fucking stupid, bro.
Right.
And I'm not being disrespectful. But you have a higher platform, and you get to squash the people who just want to express themselves.
Right.
And the people will find that. They want to find that. That's why people are getting sick and tired of hearing the same fucking album over and over. And I'll bring Future up again. I love Future. But, bro, Dylan hates this new fucking album.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know why. Because it's
listened
the
to some,
same fucking album he did 4 times.
I was
Before this, before you guys came over, me and Barnes were talking about Kendrick's new album. Like, not a lot of people liked it, but me and him respected the message that it was. And I like the music too, but the message behind it, you can't.
It was 100%
disrespect.
different than what he had already done before.
True.
That's why and that's why Future's so popular and other artists like that. Because once they find, I mean, bro, that's pop music. That's why people listen to it. It is made musically to stay in your head. It is like a drug. You get addicted to it.
A lot of people fell off Logic because he obviously, like even that poster, he was evolving as he make music, like go from Under Pressure to his last one.
You think he was under less
no
pressure
pressure
by the end? Yeah,
No pressure.
There's Tarantino.
He fucking
Yeah, and then you just
Tarantino.
go off the deep end, Tarantino style.
Yeah, he fucking. It still hits. It's just different. I don't know. I have enjoyed the process.
So what's your Trey, IndyKid, what's your favorite like effect? And you can bring up like EQs and stuff, compressions and stuff, but I want to know more like time-based effect, reverb, delay, stuff like that.
I'll give 2, because I would say like the delayer that I use for most of my songs, like there's some songs that I'll try to put it on and it doesn't like fit. And
You
I
know
end
the
up-
name?
on FL, like the ones I use are like the bass ones, so it's just the fruity delay too.
That's fine. Yeah. I was about to say, because if it's a VST and you know it, I'm about to download it myself. Shit.
I wish, bro.
I know.
But that one, like I said, if the song fits that, like it works like a charm, dude. Like that can enhance everything from the sound. And then there's a weird effect on there called fruity flangus, and it's just weird to me because that name sounds weird as fuck.
Flanger.
Yeah. There's one of those too. There's the other one. But this one, like, I don't know. It does kind of give like, the best way to describe it's kind of like underwater type of sound. Like it kind of does give it like that.
That cuts some of the high frequencies and lets the low frequencies come out more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And does it sound like it's moving?
Kind of.
Or does it sound like it's like going in and out?
Yeah, well, the way I usually use it now is like, because every effect, like, you know, there's that volume knob to the right. So
Yep.
you can actually, like, I usually, with the reverb, I usually have that turned down pretty low, but
That's
I have the
mix.
wetness up.
That's it. The wet. Yeah. The wetness is like how much you're doing it, but then you have the mix. That's what you're sending out. You know what I mean? So say you made the reverb fucking crazy, wah, 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 but you turn the mix to 1. It's only sending out that one little bit.
Yeah.
So you're saying you usually use the mix like kind of not that much?
Yeah, because with the flangus, like, if you turn the volume knob about, like...
Flangus.
I love that. I love
Exactly,
It sounds
dude.
like Rick and Morty.
Flangus.
Everyone
grab the
owns a
flangus.
flangus.
Yeah, dude. But with that effect...
Morty, grab the flangus.
It was weird when I saw that for the first time. I was like, what is that? And then it ended up being cool as fuck. But with that effect, like, yeah, I'll turn the volume for that effect about half or even less most of the time, but not as low as I would do the reverb, because if it's just a little bit, it kind of just adds a little bit more like smoothness to your vocal. And it depends on the song, but I have like one song that it's actually on there pretty strong. It sounds pretty cool. Like it was actually pretty, I think that was the first song I used it on. I was like, damn.
Do you
like,
know what mic you use?
I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I forgot, but
Do you plug it just into your computer USB, or do you have an audio interface like a mixer?
so I actually have 2 mics. I have just a normal like mic stand. That
Like a
mic's
boom.
the better mic of the 2 that I have, and then I have a USB one. It's pretty good. It's
The
just
USB ones aren't terrible.
yeah, like the USB one. Honestly, if I had to say anything, it's like you have to be like louder, but also like you have to make sure like certain effects are good.
Well, that's
like,
the point, because it doesn't pick up as much gain.
Exactly.
I mean, this literally has like each channel has like 25 decibels of gain. So we're adding all of that gain volume to this fucking, you know, to this track. What's the other one? Do you know?
the other effect.
No. The other mic.
Oh, yeah, I don't know the name of it off the top of my head.
Is
but
it
it's-
one that you put into like a shock mount, like into a mount, and it's double sided, or is it kind of like more like this?
It's kind of like it has a longer arm that you can like pull and extend, and then it's just like out on the end.
Okay. And so it sounds like it's probably a condenser mic. Did you say you have like an interface, or does that one plug right into your computer?
That one's USB, yeah.
That
and
one's
then I have
USB
the
too.
interface for the other one.
For the boom one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a condenser mic, yeah. So that one you have to give it's called phantom power.
Yeah.
You got to give that basically you give it power to work.
This is like I don't know, man. This is like sorcery. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like I'm
Bro,
like,
like, literally,
by
yeah.
the Bible, man.
There's different types of phantom power too. There's another
Phantom
mic.
power,
Phantom power. it's-
flanger. What'd you say?
Flangus.
Yeah.
I know it works.
Yeah.
It works like a flanger, because a flanger,
Flanger.
it's in a lot of guitar.
Sound like spells.
The science of sound.
Flanger. I mean, I did. There's literally a fucking whole entire like
There's all kinds.
bro.
I've
That's
seen it,
we
and
use sound and so much. Like what? We're doing it right now.
and I feel like
As we speak, literally.
to put all that together and make it into that type of sound, and for you to do it instead of one of these like professional,
Fuck you.
No, well, I mean,
I'm
just
just playing.
I'm just saying, like, to have it your way is like a creative way, because there's some like rappers who make their own beats, and then like they kill that shit because no one else, one, can do it.
Yeah.
Two, they were themselves and were like genuine about it. And it's just like I see how you input like you said, the ear candy.
Yep.
And to get people to have that feel good, like that's just cool in itself. You know what I mean? Like, like that shows creativity right there. And I mean, I don't know. I just, props to that shit because I mean, I'll look at that shit and I'll be like looking and I don't even know where to start to click. You know what I mean? Like, where do I even begin?
Yeah, honestly, it's just like anytime I would record, my main goal was just to like, whenever I go to do the vocal chain, right, I wanted to try something new. Or like, at least try to like, I don't know, like I would say, because like, I want to see if you agree with this, right? Most songs, like, the compressor is by far the most important.
You have to compress the
and
vocals.
It's honestly the most like difficult to master all the way because there's
this one
like
there's so many. There's a knee. There's like
ratio,
5 units
gain,
exactly.
all that, yeah.
Attack, ratio, sustain,
the release,
knee, and release. And I could break down what they all mean. I have a really cool analogy. I'll send it to you. You'd like it.
I saw a good meme about.
There's a meme analogy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like compressions, like
your mom. Your mom turning down your fucking music.
Yes.
In your car. So the attack. That's how quick. That's how quick she's turning down that fucking volume. Yeah. What the fuck? And then the release. That's when she starts bringing it back up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The ratio. That's what she turned it down halfway, or she turned it down a quarter. Okay, that's the ratio. The knee. Oh, I can't remember, but he knows it. Like he knows what I'm talking about.
Did the knee come
crazy.
with the attack?
I think
like a
it
flying
probably
knee?
did. Yeah, it was a fucking Jorge Marvel doll. He had a good question. I wanted he had to ask you.
Do you like to record in one take or multiple?
So I would say a lot of songs from around like October to December this past year, I was doing a lot of just like freestyling, like trying to do takes, and like a lot of them like I did end up just being like one take songs, and I just added a mix to it. And a lot of those songs probably won't get released, honestly, but like, you know, for the time, like it was cool. But like I still nowadays, like every time I find a beat, I'll put it in, and my friend's the same way too. A lot of his songs are freestyles. And
when you say freestyle, completely off the dome, or you said takes, like let me hear it. Okay, I'll add on to that.
Sometimes, like, I mean, I download my beats off YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like, whenever you find a beat, you'll start freestyling to it naturally. And like, if something stuck out, maybe I'll go into it with that in mind, like a hook. But like, there are like, I would say most of the times, like, I'll have already forgotten what I said, or I just fucking
Dude,
I lost the
I'm
flow for some
way,
reason.
Man, I'm the same way.
It's
That's
annoying,
why I
bro.
write. So do you write a lot? What's in that drink?
Root beer.
Bro, please.
Yeah,
I'm like dying over here.
Got you, bro.
It's like you don't ask a man what's in his drink, what's in his cup.
I thought
What's
he
in that
asked
cup?
Hey, man, bro,
It's
that's
my
a brother.
cup.
That's that big gulp.
my double
He's
cup.
got way too much
water.
root beer in there to just drink by himself.
I got the bottom part of my water if you want it.
I saw that. So I was like, I hope to God he's got mid root beer in that fucking gulp.
Bro, it's funny as hell because the only reason I get the double cup is so it stays in my cup.
I
holder
always
easier.
do double cup.
nice.
Always.
Dude, those cups are flimsy as shit. Dude.
Why would you get one anyway? I need it to stay. That makes it stay cooler.
Exactly.
Like,
Dude.
bro,
No one's
double-
ever said anything about it either. I'm just like, all right.
They really don't give a fuck because
You
they're
gotta pay
like,
for 2 of those.
I'd be like, all right.
buddy, we don't want it anymore.
have to
They're
pay for a
tired of
second
it.
Yeah.
They're tired of it.
I just leave it.
Hold
You
on,
gotta
I
pay
had
for
another
2. I'd
question.
leave it.
Right? Fine. Whatever. Pull the other one out of my pocket.
I got a
walk
question for you. Other than Logic, do you have any other inspirations?
Definitely from the shirt, Juice for sure.
Right on.
Because obviously, like Juice WRLD, like freestyled a lot before he passed.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty much all he was doing for his songs, and that, and just like his music. Honestly, like I never want to like compare my music to anyone's, honestly, but his influence.
reference. You can reference
Yeah.
your money. You can say your music is like kind of like compared to.
Yeah. Like when it comes to like influence wise, like the type of like, because the main thing about his music is like, especially I listen to a lot of the leaks, right? I mean, pretty much every one. So like in those songs especially, like there's a reason why some of those aren't released, and it's because they're dark as hell, dude.
Yeah.
But he's literally just going like freestyling, but it's like all coming from inside.
Yeah.
And he's just releasing it out. And
I feel like Juice was so good at like freestyling shit that he did have like in the back written. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude.
Like
He just
he
keep it
had it in the
going.
vault. Yeah, and he was finally able to release it. But like people were like, "Oh, it's a freestyle." He's just, you know what I mean. But in reality, it's like, "Whoa, he just said a lot."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
freestyling is not easy, dude. Like if you freestyled for a while, right? Like you're gonna be good at it. Like at least like good enough to keep up most of the time.
yeah.
But like,
Did you see the documentary? Did we talk
Fuck
about
yeah,
the documentary on here?
Juice World.
Yeah.
I've never seen
that
it.
shit,
I heard
man.
about it.
I think we might
Bro,
have
he
talked.
freestyled
we
for like
talked
an
about
hour
it.
and a half.
He was
Like, bro,
freestyling
what the
anytime,
fuck?
anywhere, dude.
So
He just
quick
did it
though,
randomly.
too. You know what I mean?
Bro,
He
even
was
if it was written, dude, freestyling
Just to keep it
and
up there.
there was no words in front of him.
Bro, he was going to school to be like a criminal defense lawyer
Yeah.
or something,
He's
or
a
something
pink
about
lighter.
like law, something that have to do
I don't
with
know where
law.
it came from.
And
MGK.
I don't know if he like did he dropped out, I think, or just like stopped doing that shit and just decided that he wanted to be, or maybe he even graduated and still just decided that he wanted to be a rapper and like did that shit.
Man,
like,
R.I.P. Juice. Like
100%, bro.
Like you know what I mean? I like,
crazy.
A lot of people hate because it's like, oh, bro, his music was about using drugs. He died from drugs. What do you think, bro? What the fuck do you mean? This whole world, this
Exactly,
whole
man.
fucking world, bro.
If you
The
think
news,
about it, it's just kind of like a prime example. Like, I mean, they listen because you be hearing little kids sing, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like his songs are good. They're so good that they touch, but, and it's like tough because like that's a reality almost. It's like a reality check, but he was like warning about it, but that shit can consume you. Like that
Yeah,
shit is
it
a dark
was.
place. Like, it's sad to say that is like a prime example of what can happen if you let that stuff consume you. You know what I mean? But like, nonetheless, like obviously he had major talent, bro, and like,
yeah, even at that full stage talent, that shit can fucking still get you.
right. It
And
doesn't
then
matter
he
who
was
you
showing
are.
you.
Mac Miller, like when
Yeah.
you look at his lyrics, dark, bro.
He was-
like
they
he's
were
got some
telling
dark
us.
lyrics.
They were
For
telling
sure,
us, like, dude, it doesn't matter if you if you waste your whole life trying to get to where we're at. If you're not cool up here in your mental, you literally are like, it's pointless.
Yeah.
You please, please express yourself. Please aspire to be to what you want to be.
Yeah.
But if you think that getting to where we're at is going to make you not feel the way you feel up here, because it's going to make you feel worse.
And music, really though, it's like an expression too. Like it's a good outlet itself, you know, and it feels good to be able to articulate that, you know, like. And that's why I like freestyles too, because it's more off the feel, you know. Like you got
I
that
think
in there.
movies have given me goosebumps, but I feel like music is one of the main things that gives me like chills sometimes because it always hits like
That
just
ass,
different stuff every day. I don't know.
Definitely goosebumps is the most from music. I had
Some
another
songs, bro.
question.
Yeah.
Where is it at? So like, how many? This is a joint question. How many collabs do you think you have, even if they're not released?
So
And then say the ones you do have released. Like how many you do, if you want to.
So I do have one collab. The only song I have on my Spotify account right now is with Alex.
Oh yeah, I
DWZ.
think I saw that one.
And we have a good amount of songs recorded together. And then I also have my other buddy Dion. His artist name's Rusty.
Rusty.
That dude, bro, he can spit so fucking well, man. And it's like right now he's not able to record as much, but every time he comes over, bro, like we just mesh so well because his energy is just so fucking good in the studio, dude.
Okay, that's
He's
what's up.
always like hype as fuck,
Yeah,
just
that's what's
spitting. But we have one song together, but I would say all around, if I had to guess without looking, me and Alex probably have recorded at least like 10 to 15 songs together.
Okay.
We've recorded a lot more like solo songs, honestly, but like whenever we do record, it's always fun.
So that was like the question. Do you prefer to like make collab songs, or would you rather like kind of do your thing like with a solo track?
I think both of them, like, I don't know if I had to say like when it comes down to like something being like easier, like whenever you do a collab with your friend, like, you know, obviously it's like only half of a beat instead of the full thing, right? So like you just have a little part to lay out, but it's also like you're able to feed off of their energy, and like, you know, it goes both ways, right? Like, and I always tell people like I don't want a lot of people coming over like hanging out, because like people can really like enhance a studio session, and like really, especially if they are artists, right? Like it can make or break a session or like enhance it, right? But if there's someone like negative or like just bringing bullshit around, you know, it
Bad
just,
vibe.
Yeah, bring it
I've
down.
had people come over and I can't like feel like I can't do what I'm doing because like I can't fully get into my like groove.
Your expression
That's supposed
is
to be your
just,
sanctuary. That's supposed to be
Yeah.
your creative zone. That's supposed to be where you're comfortable the most because you got the mic. You know what I mean?
I mean, you guys probably know how it is too. Like rapping in front of like anyone like is an event. You know what I mean? Like it's a pretty hard thing to do sometimes because like you know how people are gonna could possibly perceive it. But yeah, if someone's negative, you gotta go, bro.
go ahead and
Did
get
not
the fuck
pass
out
the
of
vibe
here.
check.
I was so surprised how Caleb hit that beat in here.
He
about a month
did his
ago.
thing on that. He did his thing on that.
I would say the best way to answer your question though originally is and he would say the same thing too if he was here, like our kind of like whole idea behind our group, because we have a third member and we have a couple other people that are kind of slowly making their way in.
And what is that called?
77 Roses.
77 Roses.
Yeah,
I
he
like
came
that.
up with that.
So that's a collab with three of you guys. You, your buddy Alex,
Yeah.
and
DWZ.
DWZ. So you got IndyKid, DWZ, and who else for 77 Roses?
We have Blue, and that's my homie Kenny.
Hell yeah, Blue.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of songs recently. I feel like he's been
Rusty
like,
gonna pop up in there?
he right now like he's not really as close with anyone else in the group except for me, but like we'd have to see how it goes because like he's really fucking good. Like I think even whoever runs your guys' IG, bro, I texted them about him basically. I was like, I have this other guy that like eventually you guys,
Bro, because I mean that's like sounds like he brings positive energy, so I feel like that's your homie, like, you know what I mean? So so
it's funny as shit too.
that's what's up. I wanted to ask you, like, what do you look for when you listen to music? Are you looking for the lyricism? Are you looking for like the vibe, or what? Just any, you know what I mean? What do you like?
Well, honestly, I would say, and Alex is honestly a big reason for this in some aspects with some of the music I listen to, but like I do listen to a bit of a variety of like different things. Like occasionally, like I can fuck with indie music sometimes if like the beat's hard. I can fuck with even alternative stuff. And then I mean I've obviously.
You ever heard of Tame Impala?
Yes.
God, I love Tame Impala.
Yeah. I mostly do listen to rap though, but like when it comes to rap itself, like I appreciate every style, but like I definitely would say if I had to pick a favorite style of like rap music as a whole, like if I had to listen to one for the rest of my life, I guess I would say like certain songs, like I would say like Max, like some of his work, like just the lyrics and like his overall like message in the song sometimes.
Message.
Like that Swimming album, dude, that
Yeah,
shit is
that's a
so
good one.
like if you really like put that whole like situation in perspective, like it's crazy to listen to some of those songs. dude.
Yep.
'Cause
And
he's
then
literally
Circles right after.
and the cover art, bro, that shit's
That's
like
cool.
Have you seen the
that one? Is it that one?
yes.
Have you seen wait, that's Swimming?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are
The
you
one
sure?
with the
Yes, because Circles is
The Circles the Face one?
Yeah.
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 Do you
You've
have
seen
that up
the
here?
you've
No.
seen the like other takes of the Swimming one? Where like
Oh, yeah.
he's like laughing, he's like kind of
Yeah.
standing weird.
I love the story behind Faces. So he like locked himself in a room
was fucked
in the
up,
red
bro.
room and just like recorded for weeks at a time. I don't know.
He was
Just-
all he said I was not on planet Earth. He said he was like chopped up on like hallucinogens and shit. That's why Faces like
It
always like,
sucks,
"Meow."
man. It sucks because it's such good talent,
Yeah,
man.
I think
away
about
so soon.
how much more music he was just hitting his stride with Circles. I mean, he was getting that sound right. Everything hits, like the harmony, the vibes, the lyrics. It's sad.
Just the storytelling with like the albums, like themselves, like the titles even, but like the songs in them, like that type of stuff I do like appreciate a lot. And also like honestly, the first like rapper that really like, because when I was like, I don't know, like probably 10, I just thought like, yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper eventually, you know? Yeah. Like, and Lil Wayne, bro. Like, I just every single album, like I got
2009, 2010, 2011, Lil Wayne.
yeah, dude. Like I even got one of the like dedication 4 mixtape at like one of the that was the only time I ever went to that place, dude, just to get that shit.
Hell
like
what was it? Every single time it'd be like, sorry for the wait. Like, what was it? Each Carter.
Twist made me do this.
I was just listening to fucking Blunt Blowing earlier. That's a good,
my god, that one goes hard.
Like
the view from here.
Nightmares from the Bottom. That's a good one. Yeah,
that's a good one. God damn it.
And his lyricism is so like, I mean, people appreciate it, you know, but like
they don't understand. Wayne is a whole new monster. Dude. His metaphors are unmatched. I think his metaphors are better than M's, and I love him.
He has a lot. I mean, Lil Wayne, has a lot.
He has more metaphors than Eminem. They might. I don't know. I think they're the exact same comparison wise, but he has more metaphors than M. Yeah. M is better probably in. I would say like
Wayne's just so crafty. He's just so crafty with him.
He's just, and his double entendres and shit are so fucking hard.
Eminem's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, Eminem's crazy and just
like it's just what it is.
It is, yeah, exactly.
He's insane.
Have you seen the interview where someone was saying like, oh man, who'd they put on the list above Eminem? And Wayne said, you said you put on who on the top 3? You said you ain't had Eminem on it?
Oh yeah, I have seen that. I have seen it. It's
he had someone like crazy on. He said, I see Drake top 5. He said, I see Drake on there. He said, you ain't have Eminem on there?
It was Gucci Mane, bro.
Yeah, it was Gucci. He said you put Gucci and not Eminem? Yeah. He said you put Gucci Mane and not Eminem.
He was like, all right.
He's like, I'm done with this fucking conversation.
Wayne was at the Golden State game the other night.
Yeah.
The best clip of him is the deposition video too.
God,
that shit's so great.
Damn it.
Yes.
So Drake, that's cool.
List number 2. Do you think that was a typo?
You think it was a typo?
Jay-Z?
No, that's cool. It's okay. That's
Drake
okay.
number 3.
That's okay. I thought Drake was gonna be number 1.
M's not even on the list.
Eminem? Who else was on the list?
Gucci?
Gucci who?
Bro, just
Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Shout out my nigga
Gucci. Oh shit.
He couldn't even be mad. He was like, fucking Gucci.
Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Can we watch the deposition?
Shout out my nigga Gucci. Throw it on. You can
He just does not care. I love this.
change it.
He's like, I can't be mad, bro.
Right. Change the
Whatever.
output. I just gotta write it down. Just let me write it down exactly when you press play, and like we gotta know exactly which one.
712.
Wait, hold on.
Full version TMZ.
From Dwayne Carter.
Hold on.
Just this expression alone in the second thumbnail just tells the story.
Right.
He's just like, you know what, bro? I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you when to press play. Okay.
Sorry.
1.710. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Now.
Do you have the Zoom?
Oh yeah. Should be coming out. Did you change the output of it? And it's turned up on here?
Mm-hmm.
Different video. TMZ fucked us.
Answers to no one.
There it's coming out there now.
Is that an interview that you actually gave with Katie Couric?
Why did the song
Is that
start to
an interview
play?
that I gave with Katie Couric?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Well, that's not the question.
Pete Ross.
Pete Ross, that's a stupid ass question. You just saw me on there giving an interview with her.
Okay. So that was you. Did you perform at the Virgin Mobile Music Fest in 2008 with Kanye West?
I don't know. I know I did perform at this badass bitch birthday party recently. She was crazy, stupid thick.
Isn't it something that you would remember if your album, The Carter 3, was the biggest selling album of the year in 2008?
Isn't it something that I would remember that?
Yes.
Like you don't want to be cranking out loud on your studio monitors. You want them to be low when you mix.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
All right, so I admit.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Let's get it.
Everyone hear it? All right, cool. Spacey.
It's cool to look at this shit, listen to.
I know, I literally just looked at the word space.
It's got the piano right here.
Yeah.
Lost myself up in the shit, treating this like it's do or die. If I go out, then at least I'll try. Saying too much, need to digress. Hope you see all of the progress. In my dreams, I'm paralyzed from your words.
Gotta smoke to it.
Yeah. For real. Chill. I love it. I like that background ambience.
Yeah, I wanted it to kind of be like back and forth type shit with that.
Very strong reverb. I see the delay.
Take me away, bury all the things that I got today. I'm not coming back once I leave. You just wanna go in for a lead. Got your life, yeah, safe for now. Say my name, scream it out loud. When you see me laying in the casket, I hope you go and soak in basking. All the things that you said to me.
I fuck with this, bro.
Bro, it's like it feels like it takes you away. Like it feels like a vacation, bro. Like that shit like sends you away. And these, bro, like every single thing you were saying, like it was so weird. Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, bro. That song I'm definitely higher on because like when I made it, like I remember I was like not in a very good mood that night, and I just remember that shit just lifted my fucking spirits up, bro. I was like, because I remember that was like
It's a good word for it, uplifting.
You literally like took yourself again, took a negative and turned it into a positive. You know what I mean? Like you got to make your own space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's called I
dope.
Admit or I'll Admit?
Bro,
it's called I Admit, and then on the file name I actually put like I Admit / digress because I felt like that would have been another name, but I Admit for sure because that's kind of like what I was going for on that song. It's like I pretty much am like basically saying like yeah I admit like with certain aspects like I've gotten a little lost with recording because I'm so addicted to it, you know. But like with that said, like it's alright, you know.
Yeah.
You admit
Enjoying it.
you admit
Yeah.
your flaws, you admit your mistakes sometimes, but that's being a man.
so
That's
yeah.
how you move on.
Yeah.
So what else we got?
Hey, I wanted to also say like that's like they would have music like that at Electric Forest, and that's
Oh,
the type
bro.
of shit, dude,
Yeah.
that you could just definitely
You could just
straight
sit there and just
vibe to, like, that
vibe
is-
to, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like that.
I
I, know
fucked
what you
with
mean.
that
I
one,
can hear
bro.
that on the radio. I swear.
Yeah.
I fuck
Yeah,
with
man,
that
I
one.
appreciate that, bro.
All right,
Really.
hold on. So before we start the other one,
Bet.
boom, boom. So that first one was I Admit.
Yes, sirski. I've been working on finishing that one because that's just like I want to drop that as a single like now.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel
a good
like
summertime
It
song.
really is. It'd
Yeah.
be the perfect time for it too.
100%, dude.
All right, so what's the second song called?
All right, so the second song is called Days Go By.
Days Go By.
This is the song I was talking about earlier that my friend that's kind of like starting to get more like introduced to music and is trying to start pursuing it more. Like he has like, it's literally 4 lines. Like he did 8, but I chopped 4 of them. But it's just that little part like he has on it, but it fits in the song I feel like perfectly.
Yeah.
And it's just dope because like I know for a fact he's gonna love him playing that shit.
Right on.
I told him I would.
This is fucking with me so much.
Sorry.
Google. I'll tell you when to press play, okay?
Oh yeah, my bad.
135. Okay.
That's
Here in
key.
just 10 seconds.
This is one song too where
Dope.
I did like
3, 2, 1.
that.
As the days go by, 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 taking too much, got my eyes real wide, feeling like staying inside. I don't wanna take out. No, I'm in it to win it. Praying up to God, cause he know I've been sinning. Said he wanna join the game, but I know he ain't with it. Wanna make a wave, then you gotta go get it. All up on my own, cause I'm the one riding off into the sun.
It's personal, bro. I
Paving
fuck
the
with
way,
it.
dying for respect, take this shit to the grave.
Just wanted to let the beat ride for a second because I fuck with this beat, bro.
Yeah, this beat's hard. I mean, it's fucking,
We just zoned in on this shit.
yeah, it's gentle.
As the days go by, as the days go by,
The only constructive criticism would be those 808s in the
as the
background.
days go by.
Yeah,
They're a little too compressed.
Got my eyes
I did
real
an
wide,
EQ on the beat on this
feeling
actually.
like
I think I did too much because when I listened to it in my car, I was like,
Yeah.
it's not hitting enough on the beat.
They're
bro.
like, instead of.
Yeah.
So this is him?
Staying inside, locking myself up in a pit, tossing your things up in a ditch.
Just a little bit, bro. But like
That's a bridge, bro. That's called a bridge.
he's
You know what I
exactly,
mean?
and he sent that to like someone we know, right? And she was like, I like it.
Yeah.
And he like was so geeked about it, bro.
So this is the hook, right? It's kind of the hook. So yeah, he just did a bridge, bro. He just did like a really, and I like that.
Yeah, that's
that
sick.
was a nice bridge, bro.
As the days go by, as the days go by,
It's definitely there, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
as the days go
Appreciate it.
by,
And like Jared said, like you'd
as
hear
the
this
days
somewhere.
go by,
Like you'd hear this like in the right scenario and situation, and it would hit so hard.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I was just thinking about like how much the hook plays in the song. But like I don't know, like that's my favorite part of the
it's just a
song.
vibe.
So
Dude,
There's
I was just about
songs
to
that
say,
are just like that.
With that, there could be like so many remixes with that, and like you could like feature with so many different people because everybody has like it's that feeling that the days go
Oh, yeah.
by
I could
all the
write some of
time. You
that.
know what I mean? And it's like someone else has their like view on it, but like he said, that's also like very personal. Like with that sounds like. You know what I mean? That's good shit right there, man.
I like that one. You got another one? Any more?
yeah, I think I planned on 3 more, but the next one I was gonna play is literally like a minute and a half.
Okay. What's that
But
one called?
It's called "It's Getting Worse."
It's getting worse. And let me tell you when to press play on that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Boom, boom, 4. Right there at that 400. I love it. All right, here in about 20 seconds, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's getting worse. How long ago did you do that one?
I think this was 2 or 3 months ago. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it was
so
March.
recent.
Yeah. The story behind this song's funny as hell too, because I think it was like one of like 3 freestyles I
seconds.
did.
Get that bad boy in there. Oh, it's different already.
Oh yeah.
The song's a little quiet, but
Yeah.
Now it just keeps getting
Tell us about it after.
worse. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, fighting out of everything I hold in. Fighting out. It keeps on getting worse. I just keep on end up getting lost. Walk all by myself, what's the cost? I travel the roads, I lose my soul when I go into the game that I've chosen. Wonder why I ever did these things. I was hoping it was just a dream. Oh, it keeps on getting worse. No, it's getting worse.
Hey, like this kind of sounds like pro skater shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was
Like,
just saying, I
low-key,
can see myself riding
low-key,
a
bro.
bike or something like that.
That was different. I liked it.
I like it. It does sound like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
It
vibes,
does,
for
yeah.
sure. I like it.
And in that, because what I got from it is like,
Yeah, I like it.
sorry, maybe I'll let you explain
No,
what
no,
it is.
what'd you
but
get it? Yeah, what's
what
different?
I got out of it was like putting yourself in the position to get hurt, but you're kind of adrenaline rushing, and that's kind of what skateboarding is also
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It's like you
Cool.
know you're gonna fall, you're gonna get some scrapes and bruises and stuff, but this shit's an adrenaline. It's the choices you made and everything, and it's like and you're living the life like doing that. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. Like that. It's funny because that song, like, it was like sometimes when I download beats, I'll do like 3 at a time, and then I'll just do like I'll either do like one takes to all of them just back to back, or usually I'll end up zoning in on one beat eventually. But like I remember that song in general, I just didn't like it, dude.
Really?
Because it was like super late at night, and like I had been doing it for hours, and I just felt like I was just getting too like zoned out to even like know if it's sounding good or not. But I remember like
sometimes they get sometimes you could just forget like you forget that. Well, first of all, your ears, like if you have to give your ears a break.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it will
dude.
literally make the music sound worse than what it
Exactly,
really
dude.
is, because you haven't given your ears a break. They're hurting.
criticizing it, like
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, they hurt. Like, they're like, bro, like, dude,
Right,
let me
yeah.
chill, and then I'll tell you
The
later.
same tune over
Yeah.
and over. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
like, I'm going insane damn near. My ears need a fucking break.
Yeah, and really for me, like it usually only takes like not even a full day, but like going to bed, waking up, new day, like going back and listening to stuff. It's like, oh, it's not that bad. And like this song, like that was the only take I did, and I just remember I was like, like for what it was, like I just liked the words I used. Like I liked some of the lines.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it gave me a Beach Boys vibe
Again,
at first.
yeah.
It was.
I liked it.
That was
different.
probably the most different out of. Wait, how many have we
3.
played now?
3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
So that out of the 3, that was definitely the most different,
Most
and I think
unique,
I like that one the most. Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought that in my head too.
It felt like an adventure song.
Because it went.
Yeah, it did kind of sound like an adventure
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something funny, and it's hilarious actually. Now I can delete it now. So we were tripping about the songs being like recorded and lined up. You're in a channel, so like. It will
that's
be
what you're
there.
saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like it will be
But,
there on Pro Tools. I won't have to download nothing. You don't have to send me anything. I'm
It's
tripping
already
balls.
there.
Yeah, he's
Fuck.
playing it out of his
makes
phone.
sense now.
I'm like, what am I freaking
It's like
out about?
it's like Jared's track, pretty much, right?
Exactly. It is Jared's track. Yeah. Now the deposition I do have to get offline.
Right,
it was
before,
the same
previously,
chord.
yeah.
Like, bro, I was tripping.
No,
I
it's
said,
for
wait
next
till I
time.
tell you press play.
Well, when you come back, we'll have it fucking.
Because I was wondering what the problem was.
Out.
Because you were telling me, you were explaining it earlier. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. Because I'm high. I'm thinking to myself, there is no
We're just
way.
trying to cover all the bases, and he's doing it. But
Well, we didn't have the toggle at first.
no,
If
yeah.
we
didn't have the
didn't,
toggle,
if we
that's
didn't have the
true,
toggle,
true.
it still would have been the same thing because it would have came out of his fucking. But I would have been like,
Started
wait a
off.
minute.
Wait,
I would have been like,
you see
wait,
the
hold
thing
on.
coming up.
Yeah, I would have been like, let me hit play.
Right on.
Oh, it's funny as fuck. You got
Yeah,
another one?
I like that song
Yeah.
a lot. That
What
good.
was that one called?
It's getting worse.
It's getting worse. What's
Yeah.
up? Ah, man. The only thing I can say, I feel like you should change the name.
No,
Well,
I
okay.
like it.
You like the
Tell me
name?
It's an
what-
it's
tell
an
me what
opposite
your thought
play.
was, because there was an old title for it.
What was that?
I want to see what your what was your idea for the title first. I
Can
wanna
you
see if
play
it's
it?
the
Can
same.
you play it again one more time? Just play
I'll
a little
listen
bit
to
of
it again.
Yeah, I didn't hear it again. I like that one. Is that how it went?
Yeah.
Okay. But I want to think of another one.
Hold on, give me real fast. I want to say that, like, I think that for the same reason, you can keep it going, actually.
Yeah, I'll
But,
play it. I'll just fade it.
like that same thing, putting yourself in that position. Like, I think it's getting worse. Like, but you're still doing it. Anyways, like, but I thought it was negative at first, and then same thing, it's positive.
Fighting out of everything I hold in. Fighting out.
I feel like James Gunn would use this to like a murder scene. So he's just going through.
I just keep running, don't get lost. Walk all by myself, what's the cost?
I can feel it going through like a montage, maybe like a movie montage. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where it reminds me of a lot of stuff.
To the game that I've chosen, wonder why I ever did these things. I was hoping it was just a dream.
I think I have it.
Oh, it keeps on getting worse.
Like Long Walk or something. You know what I mean? Like something like around there. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
kind of close.
like it's like a proceeding. You know what I mean? Like a. You know what I mean?
I just
like,
picture someone like running through the woods, like
or like yeah.
I don't know.
I
I like that name.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to think.
Something with the intent of
So-
like moving. You know what I mean? So what was
Keep
the
mo-
old name?
Yeah, keep.
it was actually traveling, because
See,
I had
like that.
bro,
That's a
am I
good
not
one.
fucking,
That's
am
a
I
good
not
one.
fucking
It was
on
that's a-
point?
That's a good
So,
one.
I mean,
yeah, I like
but-
that.
Traveling on foot, but that doesn't
straight,
make no
simple
sense.
to the point travel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
So,
it's
I mean,
catchy too. Catchy.
I'm not against it, so
yeah,
either or works. But was I not kind of like
They hit
traveling
there.
there,
pretty
right?
much the same. Yeah,
I could feel it. I was like, something seems
That is
about
a-
it's
that's a
it's,
good
it's
one.
progressing. It's
Traveling.
moving. Like something's
Traveling.
going from here to there.
It does sound like feel like a verb song, traveling, like an action.
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
it.
you're right.
and I said that one line like "walk all alone." Was like
Well, because that's and then that's where I got the
I used to
where I
walk
got-
on
Most
the train
travelers-
tracks all the time too, dude.
Most
So, like,
most travelers are lonely.
We all did.
That's right.
You got anything else?
yes, sir. I got that was 3, right? Yeah. So I got 2 more for you guys.
All right.
I just had the 4th song I was gonna play, but I forgot which one now. Oh yeah, I got you.
What's this one called?
It's called "Save Yourself."
Save yourself, guys.
know you care. Yeah, you got it to share. Oh, save yourself. You should probably be with someone else. I've been dealing with the cards I'm dealt. I've been dealing with addiction. Tell me it's real, yeah, baby, I've been tripping. And I don't wanna get you involved. I don't wanna be the one to do you wrong. Seeing you go, yeah, it's amazing. I just want you to go and chase it. Oh, chase what you want. Go and get back, yeah, Louis Vuitton. I can go on my own. Tell me that it's calling my phone, checking out.
So you're recording on FL?
Need you
Yes,
go
sir.
rest
Yeah, sometimes
up.
that's a
Yeah,
bitch.
go and take
It
a
is, bro.
break. I know it's
We definitely need to work together, bro.
Yes, sir, bro.
We
Because you
gon' knock
definitely have a
all
style
the
and
stars
sound.
to me.
I fuck with it.
Ain't nothing that we can't
We can get some cool shit on.
I like the piano in the background.
Going flights up out
Yeah,
of
this
spite.
Beats got
I'll be
actually messages.
cooling in the stew late at night. Tell me
You had
that
some other
wanna
ones with the
come
piano.
through.
Like, you
I don't give a
do you put
fuck,
that?
shit
Do you
is
find
what
yourself
it
using the
do.
piano a lot?
Honestly, when it comes Juice WRLD type beats, like a lot of them are repetitive as fuck, bro. Like
It's the same chords. It's the same like
people
four
use
chords.
the same like few samples from songs, and it's like
they play the same chords and then they loop it, and that's the whole piano beat.
Yeah. The only reason I feel good saying that is like how many beats I've
Like, half the beats on YouTube are just loop packs. Like, bro, you can download a loop pack and it has your chord samples. You click one, it puts the chords on your Fruity Loops. You press how many times you want it to be looped. Then you get the drums. Then you get this, and you have a beat.
They'll be like exclusive 2024.
That's right.
Oh, you already have it.
Like, bro, that is a made loop pack for a beat. Like, yes, you can change the tempo and take parts out, but like, bro, like there's a little bit different to it. What was that one called?
It was called Save Yourself.
I like that one.
That one
Save
was
Yourself
cool.
was
Yeah,
cool.
that was good.
I fuck with Save
Dude,
Yourself.
you have really good music, man. And
I appreciate it,
really
bro.
creative, man.
It means the world.
Was there another one?
Yeah. The last one was gonna be that collab track.
Okay.
With DWZ.
With DWZ, and that's your buddy. What's his name again?
Alex.
I know him from boxing.
You know him from boxing?
Yeah.
Wow, dope.
Was I up there or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He's a younger kid, his age.
Okay.
Hey, I
You
can
guys
tell
same
you,
age?
bro. Yeah.
I knew he was young.
Yeah, he had told me about you before boxing. He was like, bro, Vince kicked my ass.
I beat up on a younger kid.
Vince, come on.
He said they could
Vince.
take it. They'll be
Yeah,
stronger.
they'll be all right. They learned.
Yeah. But yeah, this song's called Floating Around.
Floating around.
This gives me like vibes of like, I don't know, that feeling when you like wake up like first in the day and like everything's like still like slowed down. I've been drinking just to float around emotions.
I was about to say, that sounds like you were drinking or something.
Gonna be whole again. So tell me if I need to hold this in. Cause I don't know, it's all the daily pacing. I fucking hate this, but I keep carrying on cause I can't fucking change it. Legends, I be fading. Fuck it, I be jaded. I be taking so much, man, I swear I'm too impatient. So tell me if I need to leave and take a grip. Cause I've been feeling like it's too much mental shit. So tell me if they got me. The cops try to stop me. And I've been fucking throwing, I don't know, I'm fucking nodding. So if you wait for a day when the pace it slows up, tell me you one day I'll finally get the commotion. I promise I'ma carry us to the clouds. I'll take us somewhere else, you'll have to wait and find out.
I was saying rap to it. Like, spit it.
Oh shit, yeah.
If you want to.
I'll go to my part.
Yeah.
I'll do it along with it.
Yeah. Is it still your part?
Yeah, I'm gonna let this is me like in the transition,
Okay.
but when the lyrics yeah, I got you.
Get it.
Says something about going to the clouds. There's a space being trying to get
He's
to the
finding
cloud.
all of it.
Wondering how it's gonna go. Cause lately I just keep laying low. I don't wanna go and conversate. Cause I know I'm gonna go ahead and fade away. Every single night it's all the same. Oh, and I don't think that I'll change. But I just don't wanna stay the same. These long nights watching time fly, I can't let it go to waste. Seeing you clear today, I just want.
That was hard, bro.
Yeah, that was.
I love that song.
So
bro.
there's another part to it, or
Nah, that
he
was it, that
started?
was it.
He started.
That song.
Or was that a whole you song?
No,
Or am I tripping?
I actually had that beat picked out for me and Dion, but we didn't get to it, right?
Right.
And I was just showing him beats, and I even told him, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna use this one, but I'll just show it to you because like me and Dion, and he was like, can I just do a freestyle to it, please?
Hell yeah.
I was like, all right,
Hit
bro.
that shit.
So like both of those were just.
I
one
just heard
takes.
you. I mean, like, you know, the song's one thing, but I just heard you right now. Like, bro, you can sing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my voice is dead as shit right now. I'm not gonna.
I mean,
lie,
I'm
but
not.
that's-
It's
that's
like,
just from
but
recording,
like,
bro.
just
You
I mean,
can
in
hit-
general,
yeah,
bro.
you can
Like,
hit.
like
Yeah.
you can sing. I mean, I hear you right now. There's a difference from hearing hearing the song
Right.
through this track, and then hearing you. Like, you can, like, you know, you can
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
sing, bro. That shit was hard. I like that. I like the melodic that just like. What was that one called again?
Floating Around.
Floating Around.
Yeah,
That's
floating
exactly
around.
what it felt
Yeah,
like. You were just, going through the fucking pool.
Bro, this is it right here, bro. Floating around.
God damn it. God damn it, Jared.
You should just play his music and just like
Go
do
through the table.
Take pictures
for real.
of the whole table.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to clean this without fucking anything up.
I'm
think
sure.
you can.
Just like
Maybe some Windex. Fuck it.
Windex does
Get an
wonders.
air
Works for
one.
everything.
So floating around, man.
All-purpose
That was
cleaner.
the one. So do you have any mixtapes? Any albums out you want to talk about?
At this point right now, so I have on my Spotify account, I only have that one single dropped officially on there. And then whenever I first, it's been about 2 years since I've dropped on YouTube, right? But I dropped probably close to 14 songs, I think, on there.
Okay.
And then I hadn't dropped on there in a minute. I did just drop a couple of songs on my SoundCloud account. I didn't even really promote them that much because.
Are you just dropping singles, or do you got an idea for or any plans for
Yes, sir.
putting together a mixtape or album?
Yeah, so the first EP idea that I'm trying to finish up right now is I'm calling it the Wild Files. And I guess the concept behind that is mainly just it's kind of funny, right? It ties into earlier when we were trying to get this shit to play, right?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
files, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
that's kind of
I like it.
obviously
Sometimes they can be wild.
yeah, and honestly, the best way I would describe it too is whenever I did start to get more comfortable mixing, and I was starting to do all this different shit with my sound, I was just recording nonstop, right? And sometimes I'd do a couple of songs a night, and I would never fully go back to them and attend to them again. So
Yeah.
it's I would build up all these files, right? But I would say the concept is these are the ones that actually stand out to me. So they can be, and it's gonna be 9 tracks for now, just because 9's my favorite number. But
I like 9. Yeah, kind of
just a good way to
reminds me of Kendrick's Untitled Unmastered album.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
It's literally called Untitled.
Oh
Unmastered.
yeah. I actually love that project.
It's just a green fucking screen.
Untitled one, right? Is
Yeah,
Is that the tracks are?
Well,
Yeah.
no, they go by so the
think of their
fucking
name.
album is metacode, metadata. That's what it's called, metadata. Each audio clip has metadata within it, and each song was the metadata of the session.
Yeah, dude, that was some unique shit. I remember. I
It was
what the
different.
fuck?
I remember you guys
Very
first telling me about
different.
it. It was the green album. I'm like,
Just
what?
green album, Untitled, Unmastered.
Background's just a nice background of a color.
So that means he didn't master it we talked about earlier. He just kind of made it his best. It's obviously as best as he could as Kendrick Lamar, but he just did his thing, and there were songs that he had.
They
and
have
just put them out.
dates on them.
Yeah, they have the dates on them. Yeah,
That's
Just
cool.
look cool.
as hell.
I don't know. It just looks cool.
it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say with these songs on the project though, I'm definitely gonna make sure to square in on them and shit, and make sure that those ones are actually completely content. But
yeah.
that
Get
I don't
them,
know.
Get them polished up and ready to be put out.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes when you record, you just you just record a lot.
I want you,
Some
I want you to
songs.
send them over. Send some over to me, bro.
100%,
I'll
bro.
mix them. I'll try to master them because I'm getting into some type of mastering software and stuff. So
But
I'll send. You know what I mean? We don't even have to do no cost and shit. Just send them over type deal. And,
yeah, if you want, just to be funny, I can tell you how much files I have on my phone right now total.
I mean,
I saw
wouldn't-
your.
I wouldn't be funny.
I saw
but
your.
I haven't checked it in a minute.
I saw your memory and it was red. So that's
you don't have much. Yeah.
when it's like this and it's red. It's
Yeah.
it's
That's
not
where
red.
mine's at right now. Actually,
Bro,
to
I
be
bought a
honest
1
with you.
terabyte fucking flash drive. It just
Mine has
doesn't
been
work.
like that before.
It just don't work.
You gotta
It told me it
you gotta
failed,
buy
yeah.
another one.
I had a
I
Seagate.
know.
I
I know. And they're like, you can drop it off at the library.
had a
said, what?
Seagate.
The
Seagate that
library?
failed for my Xbox, and they're like, "Well, you can send it in." Like, okay, that doesn't
Like,
help me right now.
Right.
All my shit's gone.
I can't even get it off. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
damn
you
it.
can suck my dick. It's fucking
They
crazy.
said sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. You
it's
can't
pretty
do
much-
nothing.
They might as well
Definitely
just tell us.
I wish we would have had Mike in here. He would have liked that music.
Mike would have loved it.
he
Yeah.
would've.
Yeah, I remember seeing on the episode with Caleb, like he was pretty interested in music.
Yeah.
Mike.
He
Mike
probably,
loves
he
music.
probably would have had some good questions for you as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll have you back on. We'll have a this is gonna
Fight
be all
night
different
for sure. Like
eventually.
On
100%,
fight
dude.
night,
There's
yeah.
so
Fight
many
night.
good
Indy
fights
Kid
coming
on
up,
fight
bro.
night, and then we've talked about having like a cipher.
Oh yeah.
Because I have like, bro, we have well, look. This is 4 mics. I have one in my bag. We have like another one here. I think we have another, and then I have like 3 at my house.
We have another mixer we can use.
But that's like, yeah, I have like 2 fucking. I have a mixer that has I think 4 or 6 inputs.
That'd be badass. Have both everything going.
So that's like what? That's 12. So it's
That'd
like,
be
bro,
fucking
we
hard,
could we
man.
could get it going.
You
Like
could find 12 people for sure.
that's what
I
I'm
think
saying, bro.
everybody
It'd be
makes
cool as
music,
fuck.
bro.
Be fun,
Shit, we
man.
already got like
We got like
damn near at
6
least 5 or
to
6
10
at
already,
least
yeah.
right now.
get Pedigo
I was
on.
like, bro, I was
Pedigo
literally
spin.
gonna say, hit up Pedigo. He's coming, bro.
Yeah, dude.
All we gotta do is find
Sorry
a
for-
parking garage. We just get a parking garage in Indianapolis,
Yeah,
and then we're
fuck
fucking
yeah.
set.
Do you have any questions for us after we listen to your music and everything? I enjoyed it.
I
liked
loved it,
a lot.
bro. I
Yeah,
really
appreciate
did,
it.
dog.
Do you have any
That shit
questions
was
for I
nice.
guess
Yeah, it was
us as a group?
Well, it kind of ties into some of my music, honestly. But like, you know, whenever you guys like had the idea to start this podcast, right? Like, was it all of you guys together, right? Like,
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, whenever you guys had that idea, like, I would say with my music, like, of course, like I love making it, and like I love what I've been able to do with it, and you know the time I've been doing it. But at the same time, like, whenever you have like something like that, like whether it's music or like starting a podcast, right? Like automatically, like deep down, like you know, like some people are just gonna fucking dog on you, dude.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Good point.
that's like I would honestly say that's part of the reason I haven't even released as much recently, because I'm so like critical of my own shit.
Yeah.
that, like I try to just, if I'm not pleased with it, like it doesn't come out, you know. But like I've, you know, sent music to plenty of people, and you know, but
So I
like I was guessing the question was just like, have you guys dealt with shit like that?
Oh,
Or,
yeah,
how do you
I
guys,
think that's
like,
for sure. And I think with what you said, like the criticism on yourself, like you just came on, bro, and we're all grown man, and we all just listen to that shit and vibe to it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, obviously you're always going to be self-criticism on yourself. And like I said earlier, mixing is never perfect. So it's like, you won't, but you
100%,
have to like just force yourself to be like, this is it. You know what I mean? This
all
is
about
it.
doing it, bro.
And it's confidence. It really is. So that,
So
go ahead. No, go ahead, bro.
If you, because once you start, then you see every aspect that comes along with it, and those also need to be like faced at that time too. So I don't know. I guess for us, like I don't think like we've had too much like bad feedback from anybody, but to want to grow in the self like criticism, not criticism, but constructive
Oh yeah,
criticism.
our show is
You know
definitely
what I mean?
different from the first 25 to 30 episodes and the
Right.
past 30 have
But
been.
we didn't ever like use the word or do the term criticism when we spoke to each other. We
Yeah.
kind of did more like just construction. We just like vocalized and worded how we could do things better, but we didn't really like. Obviously, we used things as examples, but we didn't say like, "Oh, this was fucking terrible." We were more like, "If we did this, it would be better."
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I was for sure not like scared, but like scared's a weird word, but like I wouldn't directly tell people that I run a podcast for the first like year that we did this. I don't know. I wasn't. It's like you're scared to put yourself out there. But I was proud of the stuff I did, but you're always like, what is someone else gonna think of what we're doing? I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, hey, I run a podcast. Here's
I'm
my
like,
fucking
take
card.
my fucking card, bitch. Listen, bro.
But that's as the quality has came up too. That I'm like the past 20. I'm super proud of how they've like our guests have been good, the video quality, the audio quality, everything's looked good.
Because
for the most part.
we've gotten better.
I feel like
should be proud, bro.
And another thing is that like no matter what the status is, whether like you're like a newcomer or whether like you're the champ at the top or whatever, like all of that is the journey. So I feel like as long as you're like in love with what you were doing, and I think that's the same thing. Like maybe there was something in those other artists that we spoke about earlier who, you know, were in a darker spot in life, and just like maybe they were missing something like that and thought maybe with the money or something that could have came about it. But I think like just loving what you do and loving being together and just being genuine with it, I feel like that's the main thing that keeps it operating, you know what I mean? And the haters will hate, and that's what we want them to do. We cheer for the haters to hate, bro.
Like,
you know,
do it. So like, you gotta like.
No, like they're gonna hate.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about
You're spreading a good message. They don't like that. Man. I don't know why.
Here's the thing about hating. You chose one thing to hate. Okay, you have your opinion. I agree. Do your thing. I agree of your opinion. But that means there's the opposite.
You can't not hate me.
I hate you, dude. Right.
Whenever I cut clips, people were listening to this. Obviously, I blast that shit out on Snapchat, and the mindset I believe is if you don't want to see that shit, delete me off Snapchat because I'm gonna fucking send that shit.
But like, think about hating.
Myself. I don't know.
People hate, but in order to hate something, there has to be an opposite. So you're basically admitting that people do enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just not you. And you have every right. People have their right. That's fine.
Okay.
That's your personal opinion.
Right.
Like the other day, Courtney
you're
and
hating
Dylan,
it.
said that they didn't like the Kendrick album, but they respected, like we said, they respected
But
what
I
went into
do.
it.
So
That's what I'm saying.
means if they hated it, which, you know, let's say hate, you know, hate's a horrible word, but people dislike it. How about that? Yeah. People dislike certain things. If something is disliked, it means that it's liked.
True. Yeah.
So
that's
kind of a win-win. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is it?
Everything.
No publicity is bad publicity.
Bad
I can't say
bad publicity is.
There's no bad publicity.
There is no bad publicity.
I can't say.
Bad publicity is good publicity. We're not talking about bad.
No, I'm just saying
no bad publicity.
If you people are
there
hating.
There you go. He said it, Jared.
If people are hating, then that's like
that.
okay. Then there's obviously a platform that we're on that they.
And honestly, bro, I don't feel like people even really.
I haven't heard
hate, bro.
any bad criticism. I've heard people. Obviously, when you do anything, people are gonna tell you what they think you should do.
Yeah.
But it's always just been us four. I've taken into consideration a lot of shit, and it's always just been us four. The ideas that go into it, it's just us.
And think about this. If you take into consideration about everything what people say,
that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck
It's
is
not
your...
ours.
It's not ours.
Yeah.
Like, what the
That's what
fuck?
I'm saying.
Like,
all this shit, all this, like, I mean... I ran stuff by you guys like, hey, does this look good? Is this?
Yeah.
Obviously, we've talked about, hey, if we did this, we did that.
Yeah.
Topics.
We agree,
like
we
that.
disagree, we talk it
the
out.
belief in it, you know what I mean? To have belief in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
true.
then it's like all that shit, like all the outside shit doesn't even matter because it makes sense to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is like when people step in here. I don't know. It's just like a different.
Some people don't like to even have their voice on. True. They don't want to even be
recorded.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
okay.
You're making something to express yourself, and I like most of the time. I hope most people aren't fully doing this or doing any type of self-expression to get like the validation from someone.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sure, that's fine and that's great, but like if you're creating art and then you do it and you're finished and you're like, wow, this
might be the first thing
feel good
I've ever done in my life that I did for myself.
That's what I'm saying. I do it, and afterwards I'm like, this is dope. I fucking feel good that I did it. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh man, this is terrible.
Yeah, fuck, I gotta go here I gotta do this every Sunday. Like, no, I get to do this every Sunday.
Exactly. It's one of the best things to fucking do in the week.
Exactly.
So, like, not compared, but like in relation to your music, it's like, bro, it's like just do it for yourself, but also like use that as your reason to connect to others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I've felt like this for a while now, but like ultimately for me, like kind of how he said, like, he wouldn't tell people about like that he ran the podcast for like a year. It's like for me, especially like if I promote my music, right, and I get a comment, it's like, this shit's trash. Like, I don't give a fuck,
Right.
I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, someone's gonna hate your music, someone's not gonna like it, you know.
Like, bro,
But,
the food you made last night was garbage. So, like, who gives a fuck?
Anything you say to defend
5-star
yourself,
dish, bro.
they're gonna use that as a weapon to like.
And
I got to you. Like
I always
you know
thought
what I mean?
about that too. If when it gets heated, like say things get heated, like you said, it ends up being a fist fight, and then it's like, okay, like we did scrap it out, but it's like, where did that even get us, kind of deal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what even happened from it? It was like
That's a lot of what I think on the internet now. Like people throw out stuff like, why'd you even have to say that? Does that make you feel better? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
when they're hating
totally.
on something,
right,
I guess.
exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
the dislike is for the likes. That's like
some people, some people just like to dislike.
Trolls.
Yeah,
that's a whole other
exactly.
thing. Trolls.
And that is one bad thing about Indianapolis. And I know you feel it as IndyKid. Like, and I know that's why I made Independent 47. Like, we need that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's
you need to be that person.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to make that outlet.
Like,
You
there's
need to be
enough
that
money
person.
for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure in this world, for everybody to get big, why can't everybody be supportive instead of be like, whoa?
I was thinking that, like, if I'm ever on YouTube and I'm like, I just click a random video, that I'll just fucking subscribe to the guy. Like, it's not, I don't have a limited number of subscribes that I can give out. I'll just fucking do it. Cause you know what I mean?
What does it hurt?
It's not, you're not hurting anything. I don't know.
It makes someone feel good.
Another level I wanted to go into was like all the artists we talked about, and then like I'm sure you know the behind the scenes. We know the behind the scenes. Like you have to put in the work if you're wanting to put out something you love too. Like if
There's
you
work to
really
do.
love it,
Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to put the work in.
Yeah, you gotta clock in and do it. We talked about Logic. He talks about releasing or having thousands of unreleased
100%, bro.
songs,
Round
and
of
you're in the
applause.
studio for hours. Mac Miller's talked about sleeping in the studio. You've seen how much Wiz in the studio.
Like, bro,
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Yep. I always think about you saying that.
every single time. I'll be mixing the podcast and you know, it's late at night, and like I don't go, you know, I don't go to sleep because I'm sitting there and
I'll have to get up
mixing
before work and make sure this shit's like converting and everything.
or
like,
you can't go to work. Like it just
like I'll tell him,
you
like,
just
I gotta tell Haley to hit
feel
publish
it.
and shit.
Yeah, you're like,
that.
Haley,
It's
please do
fucking-
this. Yeah,
bro,
it's a lot of
cool.
shit.
That's cool. She does.
it's
that.
just, and I'm sure with your music, bro, you just you make it to where you know that, you know, at the end of the day, you put your all into that, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
I can't tell you how many
That's a good
times,
point.
like every week, or like how many times during a week we've like been like on the deadline, or like something's been fucked up, like I gotta take it back down,
Yeah.
re-upload, like shit happens, and you just keep fucking going, just keep moving.
What I know this is a cliche ass fucking question.
No,
I feel
ask
like
it.
I feel like a fucking. I feel like it
Ask
just
it.
turned into a goddamn fucking work interview. But like, with your music, bro, 5 to 10 years, like, what's the plan?
That's a good question.
That's a good one to end on. Like, what's the plan?
Right now, like looking at the way that things have started to go, and you know, like I had said earlier, like there's plenty of people that like I've sent my music to, or like people that have seen my I don't know, my promotion videos and stuff, like hit me up like, yeah, I like this, whatever. So like, especially with the group that we have forming, like I think we're kind of just starting to get to that point where it's like, all right, like we've been putting all this time in to work on our sounds, like, you know, just experiment with shit, you know. And like I feel like we're all getting to the point now where it's like, all right, like we just need to start going full send with it, because like for me, like
77 Roses.
Yes, sir.
So
I
you
love
guys are so young though. Like I was just, me and Logan were talking about.
love 77
We're 20.
Roses.
We're 25, and I just feel like now I'm just hitting my stride where I have everything figured out. Like I was your age, I was all over the place.
I was all over the place, but bro, you are very focused.
Yeah. Just keep on.
You're
the
how old
shit.
again?
20.
You're focused, bro.
Yeah,
I can see it in
bro.
you. Yeah, do
And
exactly
consistent,
what
like
you
you
said.
have a lot, like you said, like you
Do
know.
exactly what you said. So what else were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, like kind of tying it into that, like I think the main thing, like that I've been telling myself about all of this stuff, right, is like I know that like I'm never the type of person to like, you know, hype myself up or anything like that. But I'm like at the point now where I'm at least able to be aware of like my own potential and like not just hate on my shit 24/7, you know?
I like that.
And it's like I don't know, like promoting shit's always been weird for me just because like it's multiple things, but it's mainly just like the idea of actually like, I don't know, being a part of that whole fucking like being known type shit. Because to a certain degree it'd be cool, but like, I don't know, dude. I'm a loner type of person, so.
I feel you.
But I don't know, I think like that's been, you know.
And that's what it is too with, it's like more eyes, like, because I feel that sometimes with us, like, you know, we're getting eyes and that's the goal.
Yeah.
But also, you know, we're getting eyes and that's, you know, a lot of
that's the
like
goal.
a lot of attention too. So it's like, you know, you just want to hold yourself up to, you know, just stay solid with like who you are and what you're doing, because there will be infiltrators and haters and leeches and snakes and
and that's one of the things like I take pride in with our group, because like people that have like, I don't know, like people that don't like the music, right? Like they could say anything about the music, but like the thing I like about us the most is like every single one of our songs is pretty much just, you know, opening up or just a random freestyle, something like that, right? But it's all just like real stuff. Like we don't step outside of our
people
line.
that
like,
are talking about I'm toting guns and I'm fucking robbing motherfuckers. I'm like, no, you're not. You're fucking lying, dude.
And tying that into promotion, like there's so many people nowadays. Like, you guys have TikTok at all?
No.
No, okay.
I have it for the podcast, but I don't get
blame
on
you,
it.
bro.
I don't like it.
Just for music promotion, it's insane.
It is.
I bet.
Great, but like there are so many artists that just like the best way I would describe it's like they create a whole persona, right?
Yeah.
Just for clout. But it's like when they get to that spot, what are you gonna like? How are you gonna sustain it, dude? You don't actually like spend all that time trying to.
People like that persona you fucking created, but then once it gets fucking overused
like
and they're done with it.
That's why I like.
Where do you go?
Logic, Eminem's real as fuck. J. Cole's real.
Well,
Kendrick's real as fuck.
Also, people expect you to be something that maybe you might have grown out of being, and maybe they just all of a sudden don't fuck with your shit all of a sudden.
That's why people fuck with the old Eminem and not the new Eminem. That's exactly what you're saying.
So it's like, you can't please everybody, but it's still that yin and yang. You know, there's haters, but you're doing it because you love it.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, and honestly, like, to summarize the answer to the question, like, I feel like we're all at the point now where, like, it's time to just start dropping like crazy. We have songs for days, months, you know? So, like, just start putting out music like crazy, starting to get better with the promotion stuff. I mean, like, I already know, like, a couple of dudes. Like, I know one guy that does, like, T-shirts, stuff like that, and he, like, wants to work with me. And he's a DJ, too, actually.
Dope.
DJs
Are you thinking shows? Are you thinking labels, independent? What's that type of... Or is that, you know what I mean, something that hasn't been fully...
That's a conflicting, like, it's... I don't know, like, I've always kind of had the view of not fucking with the record label.
Right.
Just because, like... I mean, we could have a whole another episode about, like, you know, conspiracy type shit, right?
Okay,
but, like,
let's do that.
At the end of the day, bro.
Record labels, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, and even if there's no demonic ass shit going on, like, a record label deal is not good. Like, I don't care what
Jimi Hendrix manager named Michael Jeffrey. Shit!
Hold on, we got a
supposedly killed him.
We got a fucking problem with Mike Jeff. I'm gonna talk to you after this show.
I haven't even seen Mike Jeff. He's gone.
Yeah, why is he not here tonight?
He's traveling back to 1967 to kill Jimi Hendrix.
Unkill it and be like, never did it.
Never did it.
I ain't telling nothing. You'll never find him.
So you're not really thinking the whole label thing. You're thinking just keep the consistent music put out and promote yourself, and you do want to do shows and obviously, you know, get what you can receive from people and anyone who likes and wants your music.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry about that, bro.
It's my fault.
It's one of those things where, like the way I look at it, right? Nowadays, more than ever, like, it's not easy by any means, but, like, it's so accessible now to be able to actually build your own brand. And, like, you know, it's very easy to do, like, at least to start up, right? It's just a matter of if you make it and stick with it, you know? But it's like, on the other side of it, like, if a record label actually reached out to any of us and was like, yo, like, come out here, we want you, that would be so hard not to turn down, like, to turn down.
Totally.
Because it's like
tough.
you think about all the people that said, you know,
Slide that paper.
it wasn't going to go anywhere and all that. It's like that builds up. But I don't know. I would like to think like even if we did sign to somewhere at some point, like eventually we'd be able to have our own thing. Kind of like Russ, you know?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you can have a label under. You
Say
can have
Russ.
your own label
Yeah,
under like
fucks
a
with
major
Russ.
I was
label.
about to say, bro. I
Yeah.
hate that people hate on Russ.
Yeah, they do. They would like saying because what they thinking that he's not thorough. Or,
You know what sucks?
Like,
He's rich as hell.
Guys, you know what sucks? I hate on Russ.
you hate on Russ yourself.
I don't know much about him, so I don't know the hate or the
I
love.
low key hate on Russ.
Fill me in.
Utah freestyle.
Fill me in. I like Jared turned me on to Russ. I don't know the love or the hate, so
I'll give it a chance on camera. Fucking, I just
what's that
said it.
What's that freestyle you just sent me? The therapy music one's good too with him and Logic.
Was it the Utah freestyle?
No, the
or was
one
it
before that.
Utah freestyle.
The one where he talks about Mick Foley. Getting thrown
Oh
out the
yeah,
top.
that's off his new one.
That's a good one. Getting thrown off the top.
Something about the Undertaker, but I'm getting thrown off like a Mick Foley.
Yeah,
Some
like the
shit
Hell in the
that.
Cell.
I
Yeah.
heard that song.
Ooh, I'm McFlip.
I'm gonna send that to you.
What I was gonna say though
I got
was
it.
like just seeing live shows, like just going to Hi-Fi down in Indy and just Old National Center or whatever.
Emerson.
all
Open
those
mics too.
Dude,
I've been thinking about that.
Dude, I've been seeing like that's the type of shit that I see up there. What I heard
Back from London.
like your shit.
Back from London freestyle.
Oh, back from London. Okay, yeah.
Checking that out.
I'll check it out later. Yeah.
But dude, you got it. Like I could totally see
Yeah.
your shit. I could see you up there on
Oh,
the stage
yeah.
performing and shit, dude. Me, you, and Rusty get up there and be all hyphy and shit. So I like to get hyphy too.
You take over the show, bro.
I would definitely come too. I'd come if you opened at like the Emerson for a show, bro. I'd be there, 100%.
I honestly feel like, I mean, as a whole, like I'm kind of an awkward person, but like once I start to,
kind of an awkward.
You're
yeah,
I
no,
didn't
just
get that
being
vibe
upfront,
at all.
like,
No,
yeah,
no,
you're
but
chill.
that was funny.
But at the same time, I feel like once like I'm already a lot more comfortable with like the whole idea of this music shit now than like I was. But like, you know, a year from now, even like when I'm starting to fully just not give a fuck and be comfortable.
Yeah.
I can see myself doing stuff like that, you know, like I
And
can
that's
see
what
myself
happens
performing
with
well.
age too, and that's why I think people don't like stuff like Eminem's. Dude, he said everything he's need to like say.
Yeah.
He's just saying shit because he can say
it's
it. You know what I mean?
fun.
Like and just
No one
saying,
else
like,
can.
No one could understand really like completely where he's coming from because they've never been through what he's been through and like developed the way he's developed, and that's like your unique way. That's what's up.
Yeah, and there's a place for everybody nowadays in music. Like that's one thing that like a lot of people on the outside don't understand. Like, oh, like but everyone makes music. Like, nah, like nowadays, like there's so many like even people that like on TikTok have like maybe 100K on, you know, TikTok. They have good music, right? And they get like millions of streams because they promote it so fucking much. Like even something like that, if they're getting like sponsors and shit,
That's like free.
fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how you start off, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe not everyone will ascend to that level after that, but I don't know. Like that's our plans to do that.
Right on.
To
Hell
get
yeah.
above that, you know? I feel like we can.
Keep at it, man, because you
yeah,
keep
we
at it.
believe in you.
Yeah, we
I
do.
appreciate it.
We'll promote the shit out of you
That's the fucking
Fucking
plan.
because I believe in it.
Right
Means
on.
a lot, bro.
Yeah,
I
thanks for
really do
coming on,
appreciate it.
man. Episode 63.
Yes, sir.
You got
If not
SoundCloud? We'll throw that in the bio and everything.
That's the Russ album.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Yeah,
I
what
cover
is
it
it?
sick.
SoundCloud. What other platforms do you have your
Yeah,
music on?
just IndyKid on Spotify, SoundCloud, and find me on YouTube too, but I wouldn't recommend it. To be
He said
honest.
I would recommend it.
We'll get some shit on there
Oldies,
for you.
though.
We'll help you out.
Old songs.
That.
Right
yeah.
on. All
Yeah, I
right,
appreciate
thanks-
having me on,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for
This was
coming
fun.
on.
No, we
Next
gotta say
time.
bye to Jared anymore. He's fucking right
I know
here.
Jared's right here.
Mike, no.
Yeah, Mike, we
we'll
do have
see
to
ya.
say bye to
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
We miss you, man. Right on. Thanks for
Right on.
listening,
Peace.
everybody. Thanks for being on.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for being on, Andy Kid.
Peace out.